guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to try something different on my commute to work. I figured why not turn on the camera, talk to you guys, share some stories, and just talk about, I guess, what's on my mind. So I guess today's topic will be about why I chose a Subaru WRX STI. So I would say when I was younger, I used to have, well, I wouldn't say. My first car was a 1997 Honda Accord Special Edition. It was automatic. I think I got it for about $3,000. And I had it for about a year. It was cool. I had, you know, the two 12s in the back. That was when stereo systems were cool and everything. I think I had the Kenwood stereo, and I think I had Rockford Punch. Two 12s over there with the amp. Back in the day. And I also had the neon lights inside the car. I even had the neon light on the outside in the grill of the car. That's when those things were so cool. I wonder if we should bring those back. Why not bring them back, right? But after that, I ended up selling that car. I think I want to say I sold it for around $4,700, $4,800 about a year later. And I used that money plus the money I saved up, and I got a 2000 Eclipse GT. It was a V6 and it was stick shift. So with that car, I got the intake, I got exhaust. I don't think I got a sound system for that car. I think it came with one sub. I don't really remember, but I think the sound system era was kind of dying out around then. So, but that car was fun. I took it to the track a few times. I probably ran in the 15s. It was nothing crazy. It was front wheel drive. It was a fun little car. I definitely enjoyed it. But I think I also had that for about a year, and then I got a Dodge Neon SRT4. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say neon. It's an SRT4. The SRT4. So the SRT4, I had that car for about 7 years, and that one, of course, I did the intake, exhaust. I had the electric cutout exhaust, so I had a button over here underneath my seat to open up my exhaust. So it was just pretty much open headers, or like an open downpipe. And it sounded so loud whenever I pull up next to a car and open that. I mean, it sounded like louder than a V8. It was crazy. But I think I got the wastegate for that. Big front mount intercooler. What else did I do to it? I want to say I did a few other things, but and then I eventually got the Diablo Sport tuner. I bought it and I never installed it. I think I ended up going away to college, and I was kind of away from the whole car scene, so I didn't do a lot to the car when I was out in college. So I had this Diablo tuner the whole time, never even put it on. When I moved back home, I ended up selling the SRT4, and I ended up leasing a Lexus IS350. And it was a nice luxury car, but of course it was a lease. There's not much you could do to it. You couldn't modify it, so I kind of got bored of it after the lease. And then when I was looking at cars, I went with my friend Alex. He was getting a WRX. So I was at the dealership with him while he's getting the car and everything. And we're sitting there the whole time, you know, looking at the car. You know, it was a cool car and everything. But it wasn't until the end we're like, do you want to test drive an STI? I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's do it. As soon as I test drove it, I fell in love with the car. Now, I would say previously, like in the past, growing up around the car scene and everything, I used to love the Evos and the STIs. I used to just love all-wheel drive. I used to love the launch on that. I've always had front-wheel drive, so I always had the wheel hop and everything, and I love the way all-wheel drive felt, and I also love turbos. So when I was younger, I used to see the Evo as a more affordable all-wheel drive turbo car that would have been fun, and I always saw the STI as the more expensive one. I felt like the parts were more expensive, the car was more expensive. It was just, so for me, I couldn't afford the STI, so I wanted the Evo when I was younger because it was more affordable. But I never ended up getting any of them until, of course, now when I got older, and you know, they stopped making the Evo, so I went with the STI. I mean, I love the look of the STI. I love the Subaru Rumble over the Eclipse, or sorry, over the Evo. So I test drove the WRX first, and then I test drove the STI, and it felt completely different. I mean, the WRX did. The intake really helps hear that. I mean, hearing the intake just sounds amazing. From here it sounds a lot louder. So yeah, so for me, I've always wanted an all-wheel drive car, turbo. I love the turbo sound. I do want to get, I do miss the Greddy blow-off valves. I used to love the way those things sounded, so I think in the near future I might want to do that to the STI. I know you got to get it retuned for all of that. I think I'm going to go with it because I just love the way it sounds. I love the front mount intercooler look. I had it on my SRT4, so I definitely want to do that with the STI. And on my SRT4 though, I had the Mopar blow-off valve, so it sounded more of a like air getting pushed out, not like a whistle. But I do like the whistle sound from the Greddy or HKS. So I might get one of those. So yeah, guys, I'd love to hear your stories. If you're fans of the WRX STIs or even the Evos, I'd love to hear why you're fans of them. What moment did you guys fall in love with the car? And let me know what cars you have in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this style of video, let me know in the comments down below. If you think there's something I should change or other topics I should talk about, also let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate the feedback. I want to try doing this maybe every commute to work or even on my way home from work, just to kind of put more content out there, get to know you guys can get to know me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.